Hey everybody, it's Frank of Super Frank Plays, and I know I play a lot of Call of Duty on this channel, let's be completely honest. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises, and it's not for its in-depth storytelling or anything. It's the arcade first-person shooter gameplay that you would get out of it. But every now and then, they like to throw a bit of a curveball when it comes to special modes or something that they bring in. Black Ops 3, they have an entire training mode that is all learning how to do the parkour that's inside the game, which is heavily inspired by stuff like Titanfall and Titanfall 2. Mostly the first game, because I was kind of the first one in the advanced movement to subgenre of first-person shooters where you weren't just running, boots on the ground that people got kind of tired of when it came to Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Medal of Honor. If you ever played those two games, the two reboot games, Medal of Honor and Warfighter, which actually kind of killed the franchise. One of the things that I found out about that was actually kind of cool, I didn't expect this to be as cool as I thought it was, is that for a brief period of time in April, and also before the end of Season 3, which was about a week ago, before this recording, they included a mode where it's essentially just parkour with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 physics called Get High. Now, I'm pretty sure you can understand exactly what the theme of that is, and you'd be wrong. It's actually a Vaporwave style level that you would see like assets from the series, but you see it in this Vaporwave style, and the idea is to get all the way to the very top of this never-ending stairs. It's actually kind of ending. The requirement is to just not fall as much, and you have to do it within a certain timer. And you're actually seeing gameplay of it now, because this is when that mode was around for about a 2-day period, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna try to get through this. I want to know what it's about, I want to know how much fun it is, and I want to see exactly what it has to offer. And honestly, it's a lot more fun than you'd think it is. So the idea is that you have a group of people that are all supposed to get to the very end of it by climbing, running, jumping, sliding around if you have to, and also trying to sabotage other players, because I was looking out for myself when I was playing this. And honestly, for as frustrating as some of the jumps that I missed in that were, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun trying to understand, okay, do I run through this? Do I slide through this? And a lot of times sliding through it kind of worked out to your benefit. The mantling or just, climbing stuff, a lot of that stuff happens automatically. And then there are ways that you can absolutely cheese your way through it. There was a lot that was really going on with this game mode. Sure, you're going to be dealing with the exact same layout every single time. I kind of wish they added more to this, because this mode is awesome. It's just so damn cool to go through. I actually recorded myself playing through an entire, well, it was a full session trying to see whether or not I could actually complete it, and I genuinely thought it was never going to happen, because the stage, when I first looked at it, was too hard. But when I started kind of like chipping away at it more and more, getting a little closer and closer to the end, I started seeing exactly how this worked and exactly how I can figure out like the things that I can do. And there's a couple of runs that seemed like they were very close, but then I have that one fatal misstep that cost me in the end. And I've had a couple times where I got very close and it just didn't happen. You can also sabotage other players by taking way too long during the sliding section. You can intentionally force them to fall down so they'd have to go to a lower level. It's like this one pillar kind of thing where you're just constantly climbing up. It's a very dick move, but it's also kind of funny at the same time. There's also a lot of these areas where you kind of have to wait on other players. You have to play around with the game's physics a little bit with like moving objects and jumping, because if you have an object that's going towards a platform and you jump, you'll get a little bit more distance out of it, as opposed to, going the opposite, where you'll kind of just go a little bit forward. Like if it's going backwards and you're trying to jump off of it, you're not going to get very far. But if you go in the same direction that platform is floating towards, you're going to get a bit of an extended jump out of that one. And I thought that was awesome. I genuinely wish that they bring this back more often, and I would like to see extra stages created for this. It kind of reminds me of like the Fortnite parkour stuff, where you play around with the game's physics and you try to go through all of these, except Fortnite's really seems monotonous because they always try to go for like 500 obstacles or something. This one is about roughly 10 minutes. You can get to the very end, and you're actually scored on a system, so you can actually destroy some of these targets, but you don't necessarily have to do that, because if you make it to the very end, you're awarded more than enough points to get you to first place. Unfortunately, I'm not able to play this in real time, because I would have loved to have done it, but I have an entire session that I've completed the entire challenge. So I'm going to close off the video by playing that section. So with that said, hope you all have a wonderful and safe day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, subscribe to it. And I honestly don't know what I upload here these days, because it's either a stream archive, something about a first-person shooter, or a platforming game that I like. It's basically my random box. Random box. Why a box of random stuff? This is actually a video I've wanted to put out for a very long time, but as you can see, I procrastinate like crazy. But yeah, with that said, hope you all have a wonderful and safe day. I'll leave you with my successful gameplay, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. By the way, I was playing a Snoop Dogg in that, so, see ya!
Okay, here we go!
Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead.
moment, man, but here I am.
field. Mission accomplished.